welcome to this week's Blonde Intelligence. I'm your host, Miss Ronnie, and I always seek to give you exquisite cranial repertoire. This week, I am going to speak a little bit about the new relationship that's out now, Miss Luenell and Albie Sure. And the first thing when I heard it, I was like, "Go on, Luenell, go on, girl, girl, go." I was like, make it purr, make it purr. And then I was looking at some of the comments. Now, a lot of the comments was good, but then there was some people that had some negative things to say, and I cannot understand why, because I think that people is just going by looks, that Albie is so fine. Well, Luenell is like really pretty. So I wasn't understanding, the negative comments, because I'm a big girl too. And I just don't see him going anywhere else. And it's good that they were friends. But I was looking at one of her lives, and she said something that women should know without a shadow of a doubt. I think that she was reading some comments, and essentially somebody was saying that she won a prize. And she said, "I won a prize. I am the prize." So with all the negative comments and everything going on, this lady know that she is the prize. Say what you want, and she gonna sit back and chill. And I was really surprised that she addressed anything about what people had to say. But when she said she was the prize, I was like, she right. And I also like the way that Al B co-signed her. No, he talked about how she spoke life into him. I'm sure while he was in a coma and she was calling, talking to him, she was telling him some of the funniest things, probably some funny sexual things too, hence why they're together now. But anyway, some men wait until they're old and broke down and not attractive anymore. Now, Albie is still attractive, even with the cane and everything. So we know that he have some health problems. So they're like an older couple. So I think a lot of people were making, I would say, comments based on back in the day. And I just think that their comments is really irrelevant. But I like how they don't mind telling the world. And I like how she announced it. She was like, I'll be sure. That's my boyfriend. And like, for real, that's my boyfriend. And he come kissing on her neck, talking about she my boo-boo kitty. I want you to explain that. But I like that they're able to laugh about it and tell it to the world and tell people they were friends first, and how he appreciate her and how he love her and how she calls him darling, because you could get called something else. But then I was looking at signs of a man that do not want to commit but want to keep you in their life. It's crazy, right? And so I'm looking at this mature couple as, I would say, a template, sort of. And looking at the boxes that they check out. First of all, they don't care what other people say. And that's the problem with the Clarissa and Papoose situation, because she caring too much about what other people are saying. And I understand that he let, a lot of stuff slide with that relationship. But you look at the dynamics. I think Papoose is a few 17 years older, and I think Luenell is like 7 or 9 years older, something to that effect. Is still, one is older than the other. And I feel like that with Clarissa and Papoose, he don't put her insecurities to rest. he should put her insecurities to rest. Something, if the social media is bothering her, hey, y'all can say what y'all want to say, but this is my woman. She did, and I'm not going to address it again. So if you don't like it, you don't like it. But I feel like that they kind of let things linger in the media, whereas with Luenell and Al B, they was like, let's just put this to rest, right? People are saying, she was like, darling, people are saying that I don't deserve you. And he just hugging and rubbing on her. Whether it's people feel it's publicity or whatever it is, I feel like, you can't fake loving somebody. You can tell if a relationship is real or a person is there sitting by the court to make an appearance to boost this next contract or something like that. So, so I was looking at some things of a man that don't want to commit, because I feel like even if they committed in friendship and being together and not getting married, that's still a commitment. But inconsistent communication and behavior, such as you haven't met his family or close friends and he keeps you out of his social circle and appears as single on social media. Avoids defining the relationship, have hot and cold behavior, unreliable communication, such as may text or may call very briefly and claiming that they're busy. Now, we don't see that in Luenell and Al B's relationship. The communication is there. You see it. They have defined the relationship. She's like, this is my boyfriend. she my boo-boo kitty. Another sign is emotionally unavailable. And I've heard many women say this. Men will use the excuse that they got hurt when they was 9 years old. They can't trust love no more. I just be cracking up on the inside. I feel like this is such bullshit. You really think somebody believe that bullshit? And ladies, if you believe in that bullshit, that's bullshit. A person know who they want and what they want. Anyway, avoids discussing the future and with breadcrumb. And breadcrumbing means they give just a little bit. Let me give you $100. Let me take you on this little shopping spree. Let me go buy you something to eat. Oh, I saw this little gadget here. I think you like it. Just a little bit just to keep you in. Woo. So according to, I can't remember what source I got it from, but it said, these behaviors is designed to maintain control and keep you on standby. So if he just come by every now and then, throw you a few dollars, he busy, he got to go do this, all this kind of stuff. I think a man mess up when he tell you about his past, because all of it is not wiped away. And according to, I can't remember. I should have wrote the source down. I probably could go back and look at it. I might put it in the description. You have a situationship. And it defined what a situationship was. A situationship is a romantic arrangement that mimics a relationship but lacks stability and mutual agreement of a true partnership. I dated a man one time and he wanted to do some business together. I was like, okay. I said, well, we need a contract. I said, either it's going to be a marriage contract because people get married for business, or it's going to be a business contract where we define what roles are and who get paid what and the ownership and all this kind of stuff. And he didn't want to do any of that. And I'm like, if they're not good enough for you, you can take it or leave it. Baby, I can leave it. I can leave it. And then I was watching something on TikTok, and it was like a woman with a soft-spoken voice. You see how Luenell talked to Al B and talk about Al B? He's giving her a reason to do that. But if you're around doing bullshit, how do you expect for me to come to you with a soft tone voice? Or any woman? I had one dude, he goes, so you talk to me like I'm some little boy or something. I'm like, I'm a reasonable person. With anybody. First time, I'm going to be like, hey, such and such, such, such. Second time, like, didn't I tell you before? We discussed this. And the next time it's going to be, you ain't getting a MF thing. Did you hear what the F I said? And if you can't take it, go sit in the corner and eat your food. Because I'm not finna be a soft-spoken woman when you're around doing bullshit. Now, men, take some notes from this mature relationship. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I will see you next week. Oh, whoa. Don't forget to go to Spotify and subscribe on Spotify, and go to YouTube and subscribe on YouTube. Now, bye.
Hey girl, let me tell you about this podcast.
Girl, everybody has a podcast these days.
But this one interviews new and interesting indie artists. It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blunt Intelligence.
Really? Where can I find it?
It's on all podcasting platforms, streams live on social media, and on rpentradio.com.
What'd you say it was called again?
It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blunt Intelligence.
Girl, I'm gonna have to check her out.
Give it a check, girl.